Okay, this is video 3 of the civil drawing. In this case, we're going to go ahead and draw the building. And the building plan, or the footprint of the building, which looks like this, is parallel to that bottom property line. So we're going to draw it, but it'd be an awful lot easier to draw if we could use direct distance entry. We can't do that currently because that property line doesn't match up with our coordinate system, where the x-axis is horizontal. So what we're going to do is change the coordinate system using a command called UCS. So I type UCS, enter, and I have a lot of options, and there are actually some options that are kind of hidden that might not be as obvious. First thing I'm going to do is to type O for origin, and I'm going to select that endpoint right there as my origin. Now you notice that the user coordinate system icon moves over to the origin, and you can see that little angle right there. What I now want to do is to turn or rotate the coordinate system so that the x-axis lines up with the bottom line in our property. That means I'm going to pivot it around the z-axis, which is right there coming straight out of the screen. I go back to the UCS command, and I'm going to type Z. When I type Z, it asks me for the rotation angle around the z-axis. I could do a little calculating and figure out what the angle is between horizontal and that line, but I don't have to, because if I select the endpoint of this line and the other endpoint of this line, once I've done that, it'll rotate my coordinate system so that it matches right up with that line type, with that bottom line. Do that one more time. UCS, Z, it asks for the rotation angle, select a point here, and I can actually select a point anywhere along that line, and I can even use the extension object snap that pops up, and it's extending the line that I'm on. Left click, it rotates my coordinate system into place. Now what this means is if I wanted to start drawing, I'm going to be tracking on my new coordinate system so that I could actually lay the house in there fairly quickly by just saying, let's start this at 115,70. Then I can start dragging, say straight up, indicate I want to go up there 40 feet, and I can come over here. Now, if you don't like drawing at an angle, you don't like the sort of way that looks, it feels a little crooked to you, what we can do, just erase that, we'll go back and do it again. What we can do is tell AutoCAD to display on the screen the coordinate system so that it is actually in plan view, and the command for that is plan. If I press enter, the default current coordinate system is the default. Press enter one more time. Now my coordinate system has been rotated, but my view of the screen is rotated back so it looks nice and square. Now I've got a situation where I can draw the house as though I'm looking straight at it, where I go straight up, type in the 40, go to the right, type in the 20, go straight down, type in the 5, go over here, type in the 20, go straight up, the 5, come back over here, 30, and again we're drawing in feet now. This is not an architectural drawing, this is a footprint of a piece of property, and since it's being drawn in a civil drawing, everything here is being drawn in feet. Come down to here, like so. Go this way 10 feet, go straight up 10 feet, go straight over 30 feet, go down to 10, and then go over here. These numbers are obviously chosen just to make it fairly easy to draw, and I brought the help system up not because I wanted to, but because when I went to hit escape I hit the F1 key instead. Now I've hit escape. Now I notice that I put this house on the same layer as my property lines. I don't really want that, so let's go back up to the layer command. Go to 0, make a new layer. This layer is going to be C for civil -BLDG, so because I'm going to put in the buildings on there. I'll leave the line type set to continuous, set my line weight to 0.5. I'm just going to close that to get out of here. Now I'll grab this, put the building on the building layer. I'm also going to close the quick properties window. And just to keep track, why don't we go ahead and make the building layer blue instead of black so it shows up a little better. Make it current, come back out, and now we'll finish up the rest of it. But we may as well go ahead, let's do a couple more layers. We'll do a couple more civil layers. One of them will be C dash driv for the driveway. We'll do another one, C dash driv dash patt for the hatch pattern that's going to go on the driveway. And then we'll just leave that at that. I'll go back, make the driveway my current layer, come back out, and we'll put the driveway in. And through the magic of video recording, bang, the driveway and the patio are done. Now I'm done with the basic layout. I'm not going to put that hatch pattern in until I go and put a layout on the, when I said layout, done with the layout on the piece of property. When we go over to one of the layouts in the sheet, then we'll go ahead and put the hatch pattern in. But right now I want to go back to where we were before. So I'm going to type UCS and then press enter because the default value is world. The world user coordinate system is the one you started with, the one developed by Rene Descartes. You see that my view is kind of skewed, and that's because I turned the view on the computer using the plan command to match up with the coordinate system I created. So I go back into the plan command, and now the current user coordinate system is the world. I press enter, and now I go back to the property and the orientation. It actually is in Earth. Now let's go to a layout. We go over to the layout, and when we get to the layout, it just has the default size. So what I'm going to do is set up a C-size sheet of paper, go ahead and set up my views, but I'm going to do that in the next video. So let's just stop this one now.